Are you committed to your highest timeline? This is day 96 of 100 Days of Surrender. 96. Holy po shoot. All right, let's talk about, are you committed? What's holding you back from fully committing? I'm going to share something, as always, super vulnerable. Here we go. Okay, it's wild, fucked up energy right now. We have the full moon on Thursday. We have a membership called Coffee Chats where I break down the energy for every day and every night. And I just finished about an hour ago recording from the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, so Thursday through Sunday. And my jaw actually was dropping during that session. I was like, holy shit, like we got some big stuff coming. And in order for us to capitalize on big stuff coming, we have to transform, transmute, change. There's a universal law called the universal law of perpetual transmutation, which is nothing ever stays the same except for the resistance within your mind. And when we start to transition, transmute, change this energy, we're not releasing fear, by the way. You can't do that. You can't release anything except for tears. It is transforming the vibration, and then the physical is what releases. And verbally, but that comes from the emotional. Okay, anyways. We've got really big opportunities for April and May. They're huge. And I will never, I swore I would never, I am very uncomfortable doing any readings in and around love or money. If that's what you want to know, go find a traditional psychic. That's not what I do. Spicy about that. Because I just believe truly that it's what you're aligning with. And I would rather tell you why it's not happening and what you can do about it instead of if it's going to happen or not. So having said that, the fucking energy for 6, 7 is love. It's commitment. It's incredible. And then the 8th, 9th, money. I was just like, what is coming through? Like, this is insane. So we have opportunity to connect into deeper, more expansive experiences with love and money as we move through this week. And I'm just looking at 96. Give me a second here. What? 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. And the 8th is day 100. So that's crazy to me. I love how shit aligns. So, okay, let's dissect what I'm navigating through. I'm always a couple of days ahead, sometimes a week or two ahead. Right now, I feel like I'm just a couple of days ahead in the energy. It's like I get a little like, hey, here's what's coming down the pipeline, help people. So in order for us to experience and capitalize on the energy that's available for us, we have to transform anything that's holding us back internally. Yesterday, I did my recording and I talked about some stuff that was really vulnerable and uncomfortable for me and some discoveries. And it was epiphany that I sort of had on Friday that floated all the way through into yesterday. And the moment I was done recording that video yesterday, I fell into a million pieces, ugly face crying. It was amazing. I don't know how to cry. I was never given permission to cry. If I cried, I got the big girls don't cry, slap upside the head kind of vibe. So I have I didn't desire to, didn't want to, but had to program myself to not cry. So crying as an adult is not easy for me. I want to. Oh my God, do I want to? But it's not something that comes natural or easy for me. And it's always been like that. And I do a lot of releasing through laughter because laughter and crying are both beautiful releases. And then, but anyways, yesterday, it was gorgeous all day. All day. I had to cancel my day. Had to literally cancel my day and provide myself space to move through this and the discoveries that I had and the deep pain of how traumatic the abuse was as a child from a very narcissistic female in my life, and how she manipulated other females in my life to treat me the same way, and that they just have this locked in perception of the negative story that they believe me to be. And the fact that that woman made my father abuse me, like made him beat me. And so the pain of I don't have a dad because of her. My dad's a bit of a dick. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, he hits, right? He's abusive, but it's not his truth. Like, he's very, I'm not making excuses. I'm not one of those. But the pressure he had to be that aggressor was bestowed upon him, and he was sexually manipulated to just be that, like, ooh, and then I was a punching bag. But what I really came to conclusion out of that was, I don't even know why I'm sharing this because it makes me super uncomfortable because I don't ever want to paint a bad picture for anyone, but do better, I guess. So Tracy Reed from Hay House, when I was going through for getting published, he said to me, because I was very nervous about bringing some of my information forward, and he said, they should have done better then. Like, no emotion in it whatsoever. He's like, they should have done better. You have lessons to teach because of this. So I was like, all right, here we go. So here we are. I think the biggest pain point that I had was looking back. Mental illness is a strong thing. So I start with that. And my parents got together when they were babies. They were like 13 or 14, I think 14, both coming from horrific, challenging situations themselves. And I think they only had each other. And then all of a sudden they got pregnant with me. And I know my father, there's endless stories about how excited he was and talking to my mom's belly. And I was this prized little possession and very much loved. And for a very insecure, broken woman to all of a sudden have her only, since she was 14, person, they were still kids when they had me, but all of a sudden put his love onto something else. I became the object of envy and insecurity. And I think that's where it all started. So that was a real big for me last night, but I hadn't seen it through that lens. And again, I don't have any hate or negativity or love. I'm completely neutral on all these people in my life. And I'm only sharing this because I've gotten a lot of feedback about a lot of you growing up with narcissistic caregivers and having very similar situations. So it was that realization. And I laid in a bath last night. Literally what happened. So I've had two massive booms with my guides, laying in a full bath, and I was kind of curled up in the fetal position with a pillow and gently crying. At this point, I'd done all the ugly crying all day, gently crying, curled up kind of in the fetal position, just trying to get warm in the bath and just process everything. And I drifted into this meditative state where I was all of a sudden in the same timeline as being conceived in the womb and absorbing that energy and me trying to heal from the outside or from the inside out this individual, really trying to heal. And I can remember as a little kid watching this individual and just being like, something's not right. Like, something's not right for me to have this much hatred from her. Something's not right. And I've just had that perception from a very young age. And the biggest pain point is knowing that my sibling, who, man, with the first love of my life, the first real love of my life, was painted this picture about how horrible I was. There was lies told all the time to my sibling. And so she grew up looking at me through this woman's lens, not her own lens. And that's really hard to swallow. That hurt a lot yesterday. So much, actually, because neither one of them actually know me, and they just have these preconceived notions of how horrible I am based on a woman's insecurities and mental illness. So that's really not cool. So because of someone not doing better, I lost the first love of my life and my dad and a whole lot of things. And that's really sad and lonely. So it was a big energy to move through. And I've done a lot of work on that, let me tell you. So for that to surface yesterday was kind of surprising, but also delicate and beautiful. So, whew, right? And then moving through that, it took me, I went and meditated afterwards in bed. And this morning woke up early to spend some time meditating before I went to the gym and just looking at, like, okay, like, you're okay, baby. I call her my inner child baby girl. I'm like, you're okay, baby girl. And what's ironic is my partner, my twin flame, has nicknamed me baby girl unknowingly. So I thought that was really, and just over the last couple of months. So that's really cute. There's a strong connection there. So just working with her and being really gentle with her. And she's super hurt, like so hurt. Every piece of her, emotionally, mentally, like she is hurt. And so just nurturing that space within me. And as we do these things, we start to transform that energy into pain points, into fear, or from pain points, from fear, from why, into, okay, I'm honored. And they're never going to see me ever. They're always going to have their judgment and their perception. I don't think so much my sister. I think she's quite evolved now, but I don't really know. I would hope for that anyways. But now I can honor and be seen by people who are willing and ready to see me. And it's safe for me to do that. And so that's sort of been holding me back a little bit on really putting out information on the Ascension Retreat and really, really promoting my programs because I do believe in them so much, right? So that was the first big thing that happened. Then, and that's made a big transformation for me, even though it's still very fresh. I can feel it, even though I'm moving a little bit slower. I'm a little bit tired today. Like I'm in that healing space and I can feel myself like just cocooning a tiny bit, which is beautiful. And I know what's coming with the energy through to the 6th to the 9th. And these are amazing gateway openings for taking love to its fullest potential, taking your finances to its fullest potential, taking your connections to their fullest potential. This is a beautiful, from the full moon all the way through to Sunday, opportunity for us. And we've got this crazy vibe all of April, all of May, about leveling up or stepping up or glowing up or however you want to call that, right? Whew. And if I hadn't had this beautiful self-awareness and moved through that, I couldn't have transformed that piece of me and been able to navigate through. So yeah, there's that. The sadness I'm dealing with right now is I don't ever want to see that woman. I have no interest. She still tells stories about me unknowingly, like fucking stupid. She, I don't even know why I'm sharing this, but I have a very dear friend who owns a business that this woman went to. And during her time in this business, was like, oh yeah, I've got 2 daughters, but one's off running a cult. And, I knew she was trouble because she stole my car when she was 8. She's got some mental disorders and she just sleeps with a lot of men. She might even be married to a lot of men. And I was just like, so this friend recognized it right away because of, well, my name, right? And I was like, Meg, she's still doing it, eh? Wow. I haven't talked to her in 9 years. She's still doing it. It's crazy to me. So I'm moving through the pain right now. I've moved through all of that and transformed it, but now it's the pain of my first love being my little sister. Like, I love that woman. And not having her in my life because of this woman. And she'll never see it. She'll never know because all she's ever heard is that side. So, pain. And my dad. Like, my dad has the biggest heart, even though he's totally fucked up. I'll never have him because of it either. So now I'm moving through that realization of that really sucks. Like, that really sucks. And I don't think I've felt that type of pain before. So that's what I'm going to be navigating the next couple of days. And as we transform that, so I want you to do some diving into what's in the dark corners. Because as we transform it, we can align with these gateway openings to level up in love and purpose and receiving. And therefore, the more we receive, the more we can offer in the world. So fucking cool, right? Like, hurts. It super hurts. I'll probably cry again today because I'm really sad. But so cool. Amazing. So there's that piece. And then I had a massive download when I was showering today. Massive vision. And I've gotten bits and pieces of this vision. I kept seeing 5 different faces. 5. And I'm like, oh, I wonder who these people are. And this happens periodically, like maybe once or twice a year, where it's so like distinct. But 5 faces, 5 names. So I know who these 5 people are, and I know that you follow along. And my guides were like, it's time. Out of those 5, 3 are going to become mentors alongside me and the mentors here at this company. And the other 2 are just going to go through divine alignment. And so they're like, all 5 of them, move them through divine alignment or the ascension retreat. You'll know when you meet them. I have to sneeze. Or not. Cool. Take them through that journey, and 3 of them will become mentors with you. And I was like, I I don't have 5 openings right now. And they're like, okay, well, 3, like whatever first 3 come to you. Because this world, we're going through massive transformation, right? And so they're needed. You are needed as much as I am in this world. So there you go. So I'm going to open up those 5 spots because I know it'll just be those 5 people who apply um, for family and friends discount. So if you've been sitting on the fence with it, go time, baby. It's go time. You deserve so much. Let's fucking do it. So there's that. Yeah. So day 96. What I'm going to do after these 100 days, this was the other part of the download that came through, is I'm going to start to share bits and pieces of the Ascension Retreat that I teach quarterly. So it's already sold out for April. The next one will be July, I think is the next one. It's 3 levels. It started out with moving from survive to thrive. Level 1 is all about, so I'm going to be sharing this on here as much as I can with it in these short little snips. So the videos will be a little bit shorter than my long out journal. But it's the first level. It's all about the foundation of our evolution and spirituality and what's really going on behind the scenes. No conspiracy theories. We're not going to talk about any of that stuff. It's just actual meat tools to navigate the foundation. Level 2 is all about quantum physics and quantum mechanics and how to take this beautiful science and individually apply it to your own experience, your own life. This transforms the inner child. We talk about the inner child. We talk about meditation. We talk about ascended masters. We talk about galactic. We talk about everything. And then how to use quantum mechanics to morph into the matrix, using the matrix, manipulating your time-space reality. Manipulating is not right word, shifting your time-space reality. And then level 3 is the power of 369 and quantum entanglement, how to use that for you. I can promise you with the level 369, the power 369, no one's teaching it properly. I actually channeled Nikola Tesla and worked with Nikola Tesla while doing this. Sounds fucking crazy. I realize that. I've been studying quantum mechanics and quantum physics and entanglement for over a decade before it became cool and niche in the spiritual world. But the Power 369, I held on to for a year with case studies and my own experience. And it's fucking crazy, awesome, cool. And I got the luxury of channeling him and some other stuff. So anyways, I'm going to start to share as much as I can here after the 100 days. So stay tuned for that. Invite your friends and family because this is game-changing information that I've been too afraid to bring to the entire world out of fear of being embarrassed because my vocabulary isn't quite there. And I don't care to use the sciencey terms. I just want you to know what to do with it. That's it. That's my purpose. So I'm going to start doing that and step out of my comfort zone. And yeah, here we go. Okay, day 96. Fuck, man. All right, continue to stay brave, bold, and raw. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.